so much for your time today, Shelly. We are super excited to have you a part of the docuseries. We are excited to be in Island Pops today, so thank you for your time.
Of course, I'm happy to be here.
Tell me all about Island Pops. What was the inspiration behind starting this business?
There was a huge gap in the market where soursop and sapodilla and all the exotic flavors wasn't available in Brooklyn. And that's how we came up with the concept of an ice cream shop authentic to the Caribbean islands.
I love it.
Nobody comes to Island Pops to get vanilla. They come for soursop, they come for sorrel, and for sapodilla. They come for all of our exotic flavors, hibiscus, nutmeg, everything.
And tell me, how did you perfect your recipe so much so that you got so many people to come back time and time again for these flavors?
You know what? The recipes are authentic, but you know what we did really early on? We built a community where we have like a really great ambassador type cult following that people know that our ice cream is good. They love us as a couple. They love our kids. We have really great customer service. You come in here and you have the feeling of the islands, and we give you the attention that you deserve. We take you back to the islands. We say we don't actually sell ice cream. We sell nostalgia and longing because people want to be taken back to a place that they're familiar with.
So tell me, what have been some challenges that you've had in business thus far, maybe during the pandemic or afterwards? What has been some challenges and also some lessons that you've learned?
Look, I feel like people sit around all the time and like plan and plan and plan and plan and plan, and they never like take the first step. And one thing I'll always say is I will always find a way to make something happen. My mother's like, yeah, because you're a commercial woman. But it's true. Like, I have an old 2010 Honda Odyssey, and I was like, so people want ice cream. We have to close the shop because of COVID. And I have a car. I paid $3,000 for the car, but I'm able-bodied. So after I drop the kids off in the morning, I would like load the car up with ice cream and pints and drop stuff off to Brooklyn and Queens, sometimes in Long Island and Manhattan, but it was Brooklyn and Queens. And there were the ones, Brooklyn and Queens, you saved our... So that's how we were able to make it happen. Without that, I don't actually know.
Wow.
So you kind of have to like think outside the box. Like, are you gonna like go bankrupt, or are you gonna find a way to get the product to your customers?
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. I love the innovation in that because I think a lot of times sometimes people make excuses for why they're not able to do things or why the business might fail, but you sort of thought outside the box and made it happen with the resources that you have.
When we first started the shop, it did not look like this. It was white walls. We had no menu board. I had just had a baby. We opened the shop a month after I had Ella, my second baby. I was like breastfeeding, like having a baby hanging on my chest. And it did not look like this. None of this was here. But you know what? Opened the shop. We had a dipping cabinet. We had 2 staff. We had some pastries. None of that looked like that. We sold ice cream. People loved it. It was authentic. They knew we was. I was like, please, guys, just give us a year. We'll figure it out. We'll get it together. And we got it together, right? We still have a few things to do still. But the point is, if I waited, I wouldn't have been here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So it's about believing in yourself, trusting in your vision, and action, right? So
it's about all those things. That's my advice to people. It doesn't matter how far along it is. The fact that the idea popped into your head, put it on a nasty piece of paper, on a napkin, and tell it to one person. Don't tell it to everyone. Because not everyone knows how it feels to be an entrepreneur. It's like we're like always in the brink of life and death. The goal is to create a brand that is so strong, creates value to customers. You have to create value because anybody can make ice cream, right? What do you bring to them? Taste of the islands. You bring a piece of their childhood. When they come in here, they taste flavors. They're like, oh my god, you guys
nostalgia.
We love to hear that.
Yeah.
So you create value to them. When you see our TikToks, they go viral because people is like, oh my god, there's a shop. You can ship me soursop ice cream.
Yes.
Of course I can ship it to you. So the value that you bring to customers outside of asking them for their money is like more important.
Yeah.
You figure out how to do that, and you have a win. Of course, the product has to be great. My other business,
yes, let's talk about it.
It's an ice cream mix, and like I was making ice cream with the kids over the pandemic, and the kids was like, why is it taking so long? I'm an ice cream maker by trade, and I didn't realize how long it takes to make this at home over the stove. You need milk, cream, eggs, you need sugar.
Wow.
Then that needs to cool, and then you need an ice cream maker. And I was like, no, someone needs to come up with a Betty Crocker style product that it's just you pour it in a bowl and you pour half and half of milk, you mix it up for 5 minutes, and you pour it right back into a pint, and you get ice cream. We're the first brand that's taking ice cream outside of the freezer and into the aisle. And so I created this brand because I realized that there was no Jell-O, Betty Crocker, Duncan Hines style product that was fitted just for ice cream.
Yeah.
Just a derivative of this. But it's a CPG brand. It's really going to be like Whole Foods and Sprouts and Wegmans, but it's revolutionizing the way we make ice cream. We have so much traction because it's so innovative.
Yes.
That people see is like, oh, I never thought about that. Even my friends in ice cream say, oh my God, why didn't I think about it? I was like, yeah, sorry.
It's fine.
But if you're an investor, you can.
Right.
We're trying to raise a $1 million round. This is proved to be quite difficult.
Yeah.
But that will help us to get on grocery stores, corporate gifting subscription space, to help us to get to a lot of places that traditional ice cream can't go.
I'm like talking to a mogul right now. Like
I don't know about that, but we'll see.
You are just killing the game. I love how innovative you are, how inspirational you are, just your story of humble beginnings from Trinidad, coming to States and trying to be different in a lot of ways. I think you're so bold and courageous. A lot of people do fear from starting their own businesses and don't know how it's going to happen and maybe do make those excuses or plan forever but never make it happen. So I'm super excited to see where Island Pops goes. Of course, True Scoops as well. I'm excited to see your journey as an entrepreneur. We're definitely going to be tuning in to see the growth that happens with you and all your businesses.
I appreciate that.